we remember their families, some of whom are here today, and we remember those people living in Sri Lanka today who are suffering under the tyranny without the justice, without the peace, without the human rights that is rightly theirs. We will not rest until the people responsible for the genocide are brought to justice. It is our job as British politicians, and I'm on the all-party parliamentary group for British Tamils, it is our job to work tirelessly for that justice. As Andy said, the United Nations process from the Human Rights Council has frankly so far got nowhere. And the impatience that you have, that I have, must find voice in the governments at the United Nations. The Colombo government is simply ignoring the will of the international people for an independent international investigation. And we cannot simply allow the United Nations process to hide that genocide and to prevent that search for justice. I believe here in Britain we need to do more, working with other countries, more for the people who are in Sri Lanka, the Tamil people. We need to hold the government to account for the disappeared people. People need to know where their loved ones are, whether they are alive or dead, and that is the very least that one can expect. But we also need to use the tools that are available. When I was a trade minister in 2012, I stopped trade preferences being given to Sri Lanka that other countries in the EU wanted to give. I prevented that. And I was very sad and angry when the Conservative government in 2016 supported trade preferences to Colombo, going completely against all the conditions for what's called the GSP Plus trade preferences. And I call on the government today, and I call on the EU to take away those trade preferences given to the Colombo government, to penalise the Colombo government. They do not deserve it. They should not have those trade preferences. But we should do more. We need to unite behind and work with other countries to increase the international pressure, both from trade, from motions of the United Nations, and from real support for the Tamil people, here in Britain, across the world, and in Sri Lanka.